There are battles you never talk about. Battles you fight behind closed doors. Battles that make you feel ashamed, unworthy, and distant from God. And sometimes the deepest wounds are the ones no one sees. Lust can feel like a chain wrapped around your soul. But what if the very thing you hate the most is the very thing God is trying to use to set you free? You know the struggle, the cycle, the guilt, the promises you made to yourself and to God. I'll stop. This time, I won't go back. But then the temptation comes again. And again, and again. Maybe you've prayed for deliverance. Maybe you've cried on your pillow late at night. Maybe you wonder why God won't just take the desire away. Why he won't silence the urges that keep returning. Why he allows you to fight the same giant again and again. It makes you feel weak. It makes you feel dirty. It makes you feel like you're failing God. Even when your heart wants him more than anything else. Lust, isn't just a sin you battle with your body at a war that strikes at your identity, your worth, your peace, and your confidence. And in those moments, when you fall, the enemy whispers, you're broken, you're unlovable, you'll never be free. But deep inside you is a cry, longing not for pleasure, but for purity, not for sin, but for strength, not for guilt, but for God. And you ask yourself, why? Why does God allow me to struggle with this thorn? What purpose could this pain possibly hold? Scripture shows a strange and beautiful truth. Sometimes God doesn't remove the thorn, because the thorn is shaping who you're becoming. The Apostle Paul begged God to remove a thorn from his life. He pleaded 3 times, but God didn't take it away. Instead, he said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." There are some battles God doesn't erase because they become the very tools he uses to build your strength, your humility, and your dependency on him. Your struggle with lust does not mean you're abandoned. It does not mean God is disappointed in you. It does not mean you're spiritually broken. It means you're a human living in a fallen world, carrying a burden that God is teaching you to overcome, not with your own power, but with his. Lust isn't just a fight against desire, it's a fight for spiritual maturity. It's a fight for discipline. It's a fight for your calling. Sometimes the thorn remains because God is still working through it, and hidden inside this painful battle is a purpose many never see. God allows this struggle to break self-reliance. Many people don't realize how strong their pride is until they face a sin they cannot defeat alone. Lust has a way of shattering the illusion of self. It reminds you that you need God every day, not once a week, not once a month, but every step, every breath, every hour. This struggle pushes you to pray deeper, to seek God harder, and to depend on him more completely. God uses it to humble the heart before he elevates the life before God lifts a person up. He often brings them low not to destroy them, but to cleanse them of arrogance. If God removed every temptation instantly, your heart might become proud. You might forget the pain you came from. You might start judging others instead of helping them. This struggle is teaching you compassion, understanding, and humility, the qualities of someone God can truly use. The battle exposes wounds you never healed. Lust is often a symptom, not a root. Sometimes the desire comes from loneliness, rejection, insecurity, childhood wounds, emotional hunger, or the ache of feeling unseen. God doesn't just want to stop the behavior, he wants to heal the broken place underneath it. Your struggle is revealing where your heart needs restoration. It's showing the areas where his love needs to go deeper. God uses the fight to teach spiritual discipline. Strength is never built in comfort. Victory is not born in ease. This struggle is training your spiritual muscles, your discipline, your self-control, your boundaries, your prayer life. Every time you resist temptation, even if only for a moment, you grow. Every moment of resistance is a spiritual workout that is preparing you for bigger battles later in life. Your weakness will one day become someone else's hope. The enemy tries to use your struggle to isolate you, but God plans to use it to help others. There will come a time when someone is drowning in the same temptation you fought, and you will be able to say, "I've been there. I know that pain," and God can pull you out. Your deepest wound today can become your strongest ministry tomorrow. God is teaching you how to fight, not run. Removing the desire would be easy. Teaching you to conquer it that builds a warrior. A world full of temptations needs believers who know how to stand. This struggle is sharpening your mind, strengthening your spirit, and equipping you to resist the enemy in every area of life. God allows the thorn to keep you close to him. The paradox of spiritual life is this. Often the sin you hate the most is the very thing that keeps you closest to God. Your tears, your prayers, your cries for help. They are drawing your heart toward him, and he is using this weakness to build a relationship with you that is deeper, realer, and stronger than it would have been without the struggle. Something powerful happens when you stop seeing your struggle as proof of your failure, and start seeing it as part of your transformation. You begin to understand that the battle doesn't make you unclean. Your desire to fight makes you chosen. When you embrace the lessons behind the thorn, shame begins to loosen its grip. Where you once felt fear, you begin to feel strength. Where you felt guilt, you begin to feel purpose. Where you felt unworthy, you begin to feel God's presence again. Your heart changes, your mindset changes, your habits change not overnight, but gradually, beautifully, intentionally. You begin to walk with more awareness, more self-control, more spiritual insight. You start recognizing the triggers that once controlled you. You begin to set boundaries you once ignored. Your spirit becomes sharper, your soul becomes stronger, and your relationship with God becomes more intimate than ever before. Freedom stops being a distant dream and starts becoming a daily experience, a slow but steady awakening of purity, peace, and power. This is how God transforms you through the thorn. Not by removing it instantly, but by redeeming it completely. God isn't disappointed in you. He's not angry with you. He's not ashamed of you. He sees the battle. He sees the tears. He sees the effort no one else sees. And he whispers to your heart, "My child, you are not dirty. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. I am shaping you. I am strengthening you. I am healing you. And even in the battle, you are still mine." If this message touched your heart, stay connected.